Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to install a Bluetooth / auxiliary adapter in your 05 Honda Accord using the factory specs. First thing you're going to do, if you have automatic, you're going to want to put the key in, turn it one click, 2 clicks maybe, and then put the shifter all the way to the back so you can have access. 5-speed, you just push this thing back, and then first thing you're going to do is, I've already kind of undone this, you just kind of fold with your fingers here, pull this up, and this will come out so that way you have access to these 2 screws. And then go ahead and take out these 2 screws. Here's what the adapter came in the box. I mean, this instructions I already read over and they do not help at all, so I figured a video would help anybody else install it versus just looking at this thing and it just says pop this out and put it in, so it doesn't really give good instructions. Okay, so next thing you want to do is, I just figured out that you're going to definitely need a flathead. I'd start over here, and without trying to make too much of a mess here, you take this and you just pop it all out to get this little out. So it's not an ashtray out, but take that out, and that way you have 2 screws underneath there. Then we're going to take those out next. By the way, these 2 screws are all the way loose. I'm just trying to get them out without losing them in down there. Now after you take those 2 screws loose, you give this a little wiggle, and this is going to eventually pop out just like that. And then you're going to take out that wire there. It goes to your power outlet. It should just unclip right there. Next part is you want to take out that screw, and of course that screw, and then we're going to work on getting this bad boy out. Now everything I've seen is you need a panel tool to get it out, so I don't have one, so that's going to be fun. I'll see if there's an alternate tool to use if you don't have access to one offhand, and then I'll let you know. Okay, so it looks like I got lucky. It was actually very easy. I just stuck my flathead right there, just a little bit so I don't scratch the plastic. Just enough to get just a hair leverage, because this thing's loose. You gotta have this closed, this top, and then I got lucky, it popped right out. Hopefully you'll get just as lucky if you don't have that tool, but it's one less thing you gotta worry about buying. And then this is gonna be kind of what you're looking at here. This is what you need access to, that white piece. Okay, so I'm unboxing my part here, and it looks like that's the part that goes to the back, to that clip of the radio. The other thing's a little fuse box. I got the Bluetooth and everything, so there's the mic, and then it has little ports for everything right there. And I'm going to figure out how exactly I want to install it. I probably have to cut a couple holes in that thing. Auxiliaries right there. There's my Bluetooth remote. So I'll figure out how to install this, and I'll give you a rundown of how I did it. Like I said, most likely this is going to have to be cut right there somewhere. Right. Okay, so I couldn't find the cord I need. I was basically looking for that, but you can plug into that, and then this end is basically the female end. So you can plug in, because I didn't want to have to drill a hole in the bottom of this, but I did, so that way that can fit through. And then this is going to be on the side somewhere. You can get a couple different variations of these adapters, so just do whatever's best to the one you bought. Some just have the 2 wires sticking through, which is a lot easier, which you can fill in those 2 holes down there. But I think I'm just going to get some sheet metal and cover most of that up, so I'll have a hole in the back, and then install it. What I figured out the best way in my case is drill a little extra on the left there, so your cord has that little extra spot. And then, see if I can do this right with the camera. Once that's all the way over to the left, you want to put your sheet metal kind of against it and have 2, well, I had this little extra strip laying around. What I did was I cut a little piece, we'll put a screw here and a screw there in the back, and then I wrapped the edges with duct tape so you can fold it over, and that way, like through vibrations and stuff, this isn't going to wind up rubbing the wire and eventually putting a hole in it. So wrap it a couple times on each, and then I might just wrap the whole thing to make it cosmetically okay. I mean, as far as jerry rigging goes anyway, so I just thought it was a good idea. Then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so I'm just finishing up the back here. You put this little insulation piece that came off, or if you take it off, so it covers the screws, which are right there. And like I said, as far as jerry rigging goes, at least there's not a hole back there, because once you have it in the car, it's just going to be dark, and who gives a shit about what the fuck it looks like there. But at least then you have the cord through, and so you had to drill a bigger hole to fit that thing down there. That's the whole idea. Okay, so once you got this back in your car, you want to plug that thing into that white adapter thing up there. Then when you turn it on, you turn on your rod, it's going to say CD3 or CD1 or something like that. And I just paired it to Bluetooth. So it's just like a normal pairing of Bluetooth. Well, I'm saying that. Once you pair it to Bluetooth, what you're going to want to do, which is here. Alright, connected, you'll hear that beep. And then go to a song. And there you go. Just reverse install, make sure those cords are out of the way so they're not rubbing up against anything. This I'm just going to put over here some kind of way. Make sure you plug in all your other wires for your microphone if you do have the same set I do, which is in the back here. And then the auxiliary goes here. And that's it. Okay, when it's all said and done, get it the way you like it, and you're ready to cruise with some tunes.